at the agenda and subject to additions or deletions.
Do we need to add an executive session?
We'll be adding executive session. Anything else?
Could I just ask a question?
Sure.
I'm not intending this for tonight unless it seems appropriate to the group, but at some point I think we need to have more follow-up discussion on the property, the trailer court, the house and all that. We've had some good dialogue, and I think we've, at the last meeting, solicited public input from the folks here, and I think elsewhere in the community, folks have been given information. But at some point, we've got to get that to gel into a plan, and I don't know the best way to do that. Maybe it's a special meeting.
I agree, Jim.
Yeah.
I agree. We have to call a special meeting and really sit down to discuss, the proceedings on that. Other than the executive session, anything else, Adam?
Do we need to discuss the cleaning of the building and the extra hours for the public relations anymore?
We can discuss that tonight, yes. I need a motion to approve the agenda for this evening.
I'll make a motion.
Need a second?
A second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Roll call. Joe Ducey?
Sorry.
Joe Ducey, did
Yes.
you vote for it?
Yes.
Jennifer Humphrey?
Yes.
Paula Lowry?
Yes.
Earlene Stone?
Yes.
Danny Martin? Absent. And Todd Roberts?
Yes.
At this time, we have a presentation of the minutes. The minutes of the regular meeting from July 2nd is ready for approval at this time, subject to any deletions, additions, or corrections.
I would like to make a motion that we add to this, these minutes, Joe Duesing's question to the mayor and the city treasurer, that there was, he asked a question, was there anything unusual on the financial statement? And he was told no on the at the last meeting.
Okay, we'll add that to it. Miss Megan is on vacation this evening, just to let the council know that she is off this week. Donna Julie will be filling in, but she is part-time clerk. Do I have a motion to approve the minutes tonight?
I'll make a motion.
Need a second?
I'll second.
Need a roll call.
Jennifer Humphrey?
Yes.
Joe Ducey?
Yes. Yes.
Paula Lowry?
Yes.
Earlene Stone?
Yes.
Danny Martin? Absent. Todd Roberts?
Yes.
Minutes are approved as we move on to the treasurer's report for the month of July 2019. It's ready for approval at this time, subject to any corrections. Also, this was in the packet that Ms. Megan had emailed to council to look over. At this time in the general fund, we have $397,000 $97.03. Municipal road aid fund, we have $28,600.58. Certificate of deposits, $2,894,963.32. Also, I'd like to advise that some of the revenue that, correct statement as of 6/30/19, there's adjustments to be made due to the fact that some pending deposits could be made after August 2019. Any questions?
Yeah, I have quite a few questions. Did we get copies of the credit cards receipts? We've asked for those.
They weren't in your packet?
No.
You have those? We'll pass them out.
Well, we got one copy of
We got one copy, is that okay?
No, it's really not. We've all asked for those copies.
You want them every week, every month, is that what you're
Yes.
saying?
Yes.
We'll make you copies and give them
And also, I have quite a few questions on the financial statement as to which line item that these payments are being made to. It's very unclear. And after last month, that we did not get clear, full disclosure, I feel like that from now on, we need to be notified exactly which line item these payments are being made out of. So I make a motion that we table approval of this motion until we get those clarifications. We table it until next month's meeting, and that would give the treasurer time to address that.
You're making a motion to table a motion?
I'm making a motion to table this approval, but financial statement approval.
In reference to, you want all line items, is that what you mean?
Yes, but I'd like for it to be clarified as to which line item that each of these payments are being made out of. Do the rest of the council agree?
It would be helpful.
Todd,
Yes.
Paula, you have?
I would like to see that.
Yeah, as myself and Megan, we look at it every day, and right, you know, I know where it comes from, but I will let Megan know to see if her computer allows us to print that out. So we have a motion to table the treasurer's report.
Yes, I make the motion.
Second.
I'll second it.
Who did that? Jennifer Humphrey,
Yes.
Joe Ducey,
Yes.
Paula Larry,
Yes.
Erling Stumbo,
Yes.
Danny Martin, absent. Todd Roberts.
Yes.
At this time, we are discussing old business, which in category A, the second reading of ordinance 274, 2019, and cost of copies. What council member wants to propose that ordinance? This is the second reading, so we will have to vote tonight.
Most part,
You need to take, you have the second reading of the summary of the ordinance?
no, I do not. Okay, maybe I'll walk all the way. Where are you
Please.
going?
Is there any council member that has the proposed ordinance in front of them? They will give a summary of that ordinance for the second reading.
Yeah, I've got it, just a second, I'll get. Want me to go ahead and read it?
Got your microphone
This is the
on?
one this is the one with copies?
Right, your microphone, Joe.
Okay, it's ordinance, I guess we added the number 274, 2019.
Correct.
Okay. An ordinance of the city of Crittenden, Grant County, Kentucky, establishing rates for copies of city documents and records. Whereas it was determined by the Office of the Attorney General of the Commonwealth of Kentucky that the city has not properly followed the provisions of KRS 61.870 regarding an open records request, and whereas the city desires to and always be in compliance with the applicable statutes, regulations, and laws, be it ordained by the City Council of Crittenden that, number one, any documents or other records requested by the mayor, councilperson, or other city officer shall be provided at no cost. Any documents, number two, any documents or records requested by the general public shall be provided at 10 cents per page. Copies of meeting agendas, notices, and minutes shall be provided at no cost. Number three, to the extent the city incurs additional costs in the fulfillment of any such requests, such as costs may be passed through to the public in compliance with KRS 61.874. Number four, to the extent any portion of this ordinance or other city ordinance, policy, or procedure shall be determined ambiguous, then said ordinance, policy, or procedure shall be interpreted in a manner which ensures full compliance with the Open Records Act codified at KRS 61.870, followed by our signatures. That's it. Is this the right time to make a motion
Yes.
to, I'll make a motion that we vote and approve this first of three ordinances.
I'll second it.
We need a roll call.
Jennifer Humphrey,
Yes.
Joe Dusing,
Yes.
Paula Larry,
Yes.
Earl Stumbo,
Yes.
Danny Martin, absent, Todd Roberts,
Yes.
At this time, we have the second reading of ordinance 275, 2019, the ABC repeal. A brief summary after the long ordinance reading would be sufficient.
Summarizing this ordinance, it's regarding the salary of the ABC administrator of the city of Crittenden. In summary, we're establishing, the salary is to be established by the city council along with the annual budget process, which the new budget starts each year in July. It repeals the old ordinance, and I think, is that pretty much a summary? I would like to propose an amendment to this second reading. On the bottom of the page, I think there's some old, and I just want to clarify this, just so that we don't come up with something not being clear next time. On the very bottom of that first page, I think there's some old language there that says the mayor may initially assume responsibilities of the ABC administrator. And I think that was part of the very first ordinance when we first got an ABC administrator. I'd like to replace that, make a motion to replace that and accept this ordinance for replacing it with the council has responsibility to appoint or remove the ABC administrator.
You read all last night.
First paragraph, is that Ms. Humphries?
It's at the bottom of the page under ABC Control Administrator.
You can give a draft proposed ordinance that you use in the packet. Well, the change that just mentioned, I wasn't aware of until this evening. So I'm just concerned that it may conflict with KRS statute.
Well, and we were discussing that, Alex, a few minutes ago. I agree that this one sentence is dated, because obviously we're past the initial of
appointment, all that sort of stuff, by several years. I agree that should come out, the proposed sentence, I indicated, and that's what I've been actually on my phone, not playing, but trying to get a handle on the status of the proposed sentence, and I'm not quite there yet.
I think in abundance of caution, my recommendation would be to table it to actually make sure that it does not conflict with state statute, because I think the ABC administrator is appointed by the mayor, and has to fill that role initially under
And it
statute.
occurs clearly. Now, I've known to determine who has the power to remove. That
Well,
happened, it was what I was wanting to look into, as
Yeah.
well. I just don't know.
Just in abundance of caution, I just like to review.
And when I'd like to say that when the ABC administrator is the mayor, how can she be her own employee and not remove herself? So there needs to be some checks and balances in place for that.
And that's about a point, each one of those things, I would have trouble putting my hand on where it says who, once you get past the initial, who replaces. And I'm just not sure, as we said here.
Can we go ahead and approve it, and then if you all feel like that there's something that
No,
needs to be
we will
changed?
not do that.